My name is Susan Storm, but I like to be called Savanna. And my business is Savanna Caravan because of all the stuff that I bring back from all over the world. I collect antique, ancient and archaeological artifacts, all that alliteration, from all over the world, and I make them into contemporary jewellery like the sort of thing that I'm wearing, which actually tells the story of people across histories and cultures. I have been a photojournalist working internationally, and I worked for many magazines worldwide, and that's what actually led me into doing the beading, because I was covering women in their tribal finery for Lonely Planet, and that taught me a lot about the importance of jewellery and dowry for women.
And what is a real life situation that inspired you to do what you do?
Well, it was just after 9/11, and I was in South Africa, and I just had been paid by Lonely Planet quite a lot of money, and I couldn't do anything with it, and all the planes were grounded, and a woman came up to me, an Ethiopian woman, and she had a sack in her hand, and she said, "Mama, I'm hungry, Mama, give me some money." So I said, "What have you got in your bag?" And she opened it up, and she had silver, and I knew the value of the silver because I'd been photographing it, and I had all this money in my back pocket, and I said to her, "Trust me, sister, trust me," because I can speak a tiny bit of Xhosa. "I will give you the money, which will be enough for you to get back to Ethiopia if you give me your silver." And we did that swap, and then she landed up being a runner for an antique dealer in South Africa, back to Ethiopia, and I came back to Australia with all the jewellery, which I then began selling. Research is vital. Research is absolutely vital, because when people are buying my jewellery, they're buying history and they're buying culture. They're not buying something like a diamond that was dug out of the ground last week. That you can't measure history with a diamond. But things like these beads I'm wearing now, these were 300 BC. So this was the earliest form of glass. So these beads have been verified by the person called Jamie Allen, who's known to be worldwide the most important person in the bead world. So when I was buying these, I sent him pictures before I bought them, and he said they're the real thing. So I don't buy anything unless I know. And I've got a worldwide bunch of colleagues who I refer to all the time, and I've also probably got about 300 books at home that I'm researching all the time. And then these come from Turkmenistan, and these are gold slabs which have all been embossed with people's stories on them. So I won't mix something new with something old, because it doesn't work. So that's how I know when a piece is finished, because then the jewellery says stop now. You've got the whole history together. We're happy next to each other. They have to be neighbours. They have to be happy neighbours living with each other.